when I sit down and write, I'm trying to write the best play that's ever been written. And if you're not trying to do that, then go do something else. And whether I accomplish that or not, we can debate that all day, but that's what I'm trying to do.
My name is Dr. Joshua Cohen, and I am the Vice President for Delivery Operations. From wherever you are seeing this, I hope you and your families are safe and that we can all embrace this year with renewed hope and togetherness. Such a renewal was the theme behind much of the amazing body of work produced by our honoree today. The 44th stamp in the Black Heritage Series honors playwright August Wilson. Wilson brought fresh perspectives and previously unheard voices to the stage. Between 1982 and 2005, Wilson wrote his acclaimed American Century cycle, dramatizing the experiences of African Americans during each decade of the 20th century. Using lyrical language, Wilson focused on the reality of his characters, hopes and struggles in the face of daunting odds. He blended the emotion of the blues with an insistence on the ennobling distinctiveness of African American history and culture.
My dad always would say that he is a poet first. So there is poetry and a rhythm in his words, in his plays. He is quite often compared to Shakespeare due to the rhythm and the cadence and all that goes with the words.
He understood the inherent power of rhythm in language. He understood it. He understood the cadence of words and what they could invoke. He understood it. Not a lot of writers understand it in this way. He was a literary master.
He was able to see that you could take things from different places and put them together somewhere without knowing necessarily the story from the beginning, not having a plot. And he would be drawn to different themes, and he would be actually visited by the characters that he was writing about. And he would, inside his mind, he would hear their voice and he would hear their stories. And then he would write them down. He didn't know how it was all going to be connected from the beginning.
An acting teacher came up to me and said, there's a writer that you need to know about because he, I think, is going to speak to you. And she showed me Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and I read it, and it was me. It was my life. It was my father, my mom, my father, Dan Davis, my mom, May Alice, my grandmother, Moselle, and grandfather, Henry Lee Logan. It was their language, it was their cadences, it was their pain, it was their joy, their humor, just leapt out of the page.
There were all these characters in American theater who were on the tangential part of other characters in plays. African-American characters that were maids or butlers or chauffeurs or just a fellow worker or whatever. But you didn't know where they went home to. They walked through those rooms and those plays, but they had a whole life. And August showed them at the center of their own life rather than on the periphery of these other characters' lives.
These are people you would pass on the street and most people wouldn't think there was anything of interest in their lives, but there they are. And they're completely interesting. And it's through their experience that we get a glimpse and a real understanding of what was happening in our country during the time.
Fences, perhaps the best known of Wilson's plays, debuted in 1985 and was staged on Broadway in 1987. Set in the 1950s, the play dramatized the family's wrenching conflicts over issues of responsibility and opportunity in the wake of bias and broken dreams. The Broadway production received the Pulitzer Prize for Drama and 4 Tony Awards. Today, Wilson is hailed as a trailblazer for helping to bring non-musical African-American dramas to the forefront of American theater.
In some kind of way, he really did give a gift to all of humanity through African-American culture. Kind of like jazz music, like the blues, like, it's a gift to the world, but it definitely comes from the African-American experience.
He used to always say, you have a right to the work and not the reward. And he didn't write or do this for accolades. He did it because he recognized that this was his life mission.
We found out that August was being awarded the Presidential Medal for the Humanities from President Clinton.
America is richer for the listening voice and the landmark drama of August Wilson.
August was also thrilled that it was the Medal for the Humanities, which is, more all-encompassing in the arts than just the Medal for the Arts. So he was extremely honored.
The stamp we're about to see features an oil painting of August Wilson by Tim O'Brien based on a 2005 photograph. Behind Wilson, a picket fence alludes to the title of his award-winning Fences. Now, on behalf of the United States Postal Service, it is an honor to unveil the August Wilson Forever Stamp.
I very much appreciate the stamp you created for August. I see that he has a fence in the background, which is, his play fences, but also his spirit in the way that he was depicted. There's a light that is shining from within him.
To see August in that hat and forever written underneath it, that's the thing. Because it is forever. His contribution is a forever contribution, and I rejoice in it.
And when you think about a stamp, you're talking about mail. And when you think about mail, I think about letters. And when I think about letters, I think about literature and expression. Yeah, that's what a letter is. It's an expression.
It's still kind of like that pinch me moment, but like I get a piece of mail and then I look and it's like, it's my dad there. He's on my piece of mail, So I know he's always with me, but now it'll be those unexpected reminders that he may be physically gone, but he's still here.